Vaya, señoras y señores, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, He-Bot, your action figure enthusiast and video game aficionado. And today I have a brand new unboxing, and this is kind of, not kind of, I will do it in dedication to my son because he was gracious enough and kind enough to actually lend me his figure. My son is a big horror fan. He loves horror characters and iconic, movies from all types of genres, especially the 80s. So through the years, he's collected a lot of different horror figures. Now, this one just dropped not too long ago, and this is the brand new Ultimate NECA Ultimate HELLRAISER Ultimate Pinhead. That's what it is. And he was looking forward to this very much so. It was something he got as a gift for Christmas. So he hasn't touched it till this at all. And he kind of like gave me the privilege of being the one to open it and unbox it and showcase it before he even touched it. So I'm very grateful for that. I'm very for his generosity and obviously for him allowing me to do that, because I think that's really cool and very generous of him, to be honest. And so, as you see here, this is the front of the box. This is Pinhead in all of his glory in the box, and in traditional NECA style. They spare no expense to keep figures and packaging to be very authentic to the original source material of anything that they do that is iconic and related to movies and things of that nature. In this case, obviously, HELLRAISER, the movie. Here, your tears, your soul. No, he'll tear your soul apart. And then at the top, you see it says there, demon to some and angel to others. Very beautiful, artwork that is basically from the same type of style and artistry that you would see in movie posters from back in the 80s. And on the top, it says HELLRAISER, as you see there, with the NECA logo. On the side, same thing, very HELLRAISER-ish, with that font, classic, iconic font from the movie. Knowing and remembering that this movie was an independent movie when it first came out, and then became a cult classic. HELLRAISER there on the other side. What do we have here in the bottom? Just to show you guys what the box has in the outer, obviously the outer tray. Here's the UPC, NECA, and then some little instructions actually in the bottom on how to try to pull off the head, because it has pins. So one, you don't break and damage the figure, and I guess cut yourself or hurt yourself, because some of these plastic pieces can be kind of sharp. So here's a beautiful promotional shot in the back of the box of the figure, and the iconic pictures that they would throw and have out there from the movie. This one, that one. They're all shots that I believe you saw in the movie, for the movie itself, with the actual actor. That is how close in representation and likeness this figure is to Pinhead. Now, let's turn him around really fast, and you'll see that it is a simple fold-out window door with another full promotional shot of Pinhead splayed out with the chains around him. It would be, I think, absolutely incredible to finish off the piece correctly if they do not only more of the Cenobites, because this is what they're considered, they're called Cenobites, but also if they did that diorama with the iconic chain, so you could basically, display them in that way, in that fashion, in your figure display. And I think it would look absolutely incredible. And here's the figure inside the bubble blister and window, as you see here. And we bring him up close. He looks really, really detailed, and the glare of the light is probably going to impede for you to see really well. But there's the cube. There's another piece there. I don't know what it is. An extra portrait, some of his weapons, and the figurine casing, and of course some interchangeable hands. Now, this is a figure that you can find specifically in Target in the movie section and in Walmart in the movie section. This is not considered a toy whatsoever for kids. This is an adult collectible action figure piece. And it goes for the retail price, or suggested retail price, of about $24.99, and in some places $27.99. So let's get the figure out of the package and take a closer look and see what he has to offer. And here we go. Here we have Pinhead, Ultimate Pinhead to be exact, out of packaging. I have him here in all of his glory on the turntable. And all I can say is this type of figure right here is just absolute evidence that the only way it could have been achieved and made is with having nothing but absolute labor of love for what you do in your craftsmanship, in your artistry, and there's just no other short way of putting it. This figure is a piece of art. Very, very highly attention to detail. You could tell that a lot of love went into it, and thought, and how to execute it and bring it to life. Once again, because I do have the Pinhead that we got years back. I don't remember if it was from McFarlane's movie Maniac or from NECA themselves. I can't remember at this point, but I do have it. And when I look at that figure at that time, it was immensely impressive, but very static, very stiff. It was more like a statue. This here in the execution, this is a figure that you can pose, have a lot of posable options, and this is quite frankly something that only a company like NECA or like a McFarlane could take the risk to bring out into the market for the general audience and for the hardcore. Let's pull them off the turntable and take a closer look. So, the first thing you will notice about Pinhead is the amazing attention to detail in the face sculpt and the head sculpt. All those little fine little pins, and they're very soft and pliable, so you have to be very careful how you handle it. It really is very, very delicate, because the only way you could achieve this level of detail is by making things very pliable and in small, sizes. He has the strap here that goes in the back of his cloth that he has. I don't know if this is considered a cloth type of suit. As you see there, we're going to move right in. Has a very wet look to him. And shininess, and then like it's goo and slime all over his body, and the details there, and on the skin where he's stitched up and where he's been tortured. The blood streaks, which I think are from here, or the what is supposed to be the illusion of blood streak, painted on the suit, on his belly button, which is the stomach area, with the string, just like the original in the movie, which is where you hang his torture weapons and accessories, just to let you know. Then this apron here of the skirt piece that they created is done in a nice type of fabric material that really it looks like fake leather, almost like pleather with a sheen to it, but it's not leather. It's like another material, but it's really well done, really well executed. It wraps around him very nicely, all the way, as you see there, underneath here in the waist area. His arms, as you can see, also his hands, the level of detail in the hands as well. You see blood on the tip of his fingers, and you see the veins and the glove that is covering his thumb. His hand has the grip where you put the hell box, right? And the back, as you see there, there's some touches of brown and grayish with the pins going across here as well. He just looks really, really spectacular. And then again, like I said, that face scope is absolutely spot on, especially from the actor that played him. So it's very pliable, and the trim around the actual skirt has wireframe on it. So we'll lift it up like so that you can see underneath that it is a figure, not just a piece. That's the crotch area, that's the boot area. And then with the highlights of the purple shin guards that were like that, more than likely on the movie prop, because that's where they got the actual source material from the movie prop. And then his dark and fleshy boots. His suit looks like it's like if it was made or stitched on right on his actual skin, made with his actual skin. It's hard to explain what I'm trying to say, but that's what it looks like. And again, here is the skirt piece. So he's really, really nice, really well executed. So what we'll do is now we'll take a look at his articulation. The head you have to hold from the back and be careful from the ears. I'm trying to grab it, so it does go left and right. Head does pivot down. I'm doing it carefully so that I don't, mess it up or bend it. But it does pivot down like so. But because of the way this was constructed in the neck piece, and it's so high like a turtleneck, it kind of pops out of the joint from the head. But you can make them look down that much. Oh boy. You can make them look up this much. And again, you have to be careful because I don't want you to mix up any of the pins. Then he obviously goes left, right, and he has tilt. It's just, you got to be very delicate how you do it because of these pins. Torso, nice ball joint or ball hinge. That goes in a nice range in a circular motion. Now, shoulder goes all the way up just that much. And I believe is due to the sculpt here. But if you notice, for those that like to always talk about McFarlane, NECA does it too, depending on the figure. No bicep swivel, right? And he doesn't need none because he's not that type of figure where he's agile. He has a double elbow, which is hidden pretty nicely because you don't see no pins, and the continuity in the sculpt continues so it doesn't look too bad and out of shape or deformed, which is nice. He does the spin with the peg and then forward and backward motion. As he even has a waist swivel right there. Now, as for the legs, we'll lift this up again carefully, and you see there he has a thigh swivel. Now, when you get to the knees, guess what, people? Again, for those McFarlane haters all the time, he only has a single hinge. Which again, it's not bad. It's kind of fitting because he is a slower character. He's not an agile character. He doesn't need to have super dynamic posability. But the articulation that's here is going to give you a nice range. So it goes up and down, and then it has the rocker. It does not go left to right unless you turn it on the knee. Same thing goes right here for the elbow. It hinges and turns on the elbow space right there. Not on the actual bicep, but on the elbow. So, for as far as articulation goes, being the type of character that he is, I think he's excellent. It's a good amount of articulation and gives you a lot of options and possibility to, display him however you see fit in your display. However you choose to put him next to other collections. Now, he does, I believe, he does measure from there to there at 7 inches. As you see there, he does measure 7 inches. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take a close look at his accessories. So far as his accessories, here we go. He comes with an extra portrait, as you see here, and I like this portrait as well because he has that iconic, you see the eyes, the teeth, even the way the teeth has that natural realistic look and sheen to them with the gums inside and the blue hues around his eyes. Very well done, very nicely done, with the whites all over his skin. And then the bottom looks like this, but no pin really fits with the head displays that NECA makes for it. So I have it just kind of sitting there and resting without it really having a secure fit. Then he also brings a second set of hands that are basically closed hands, as you see, that give you the hole, like you see there, with the blood details on his fingers, like always, to hold his torture souls weapons that he uses to torture people, obviously. And it comes with some open, which is another set of hands. They're kind of in that position where he's kind of telling the person to come his way and that he's praying, kind of in a odd but godly type state or look, like he's almost taunting the people he talks to. Then he comes with a hell cube, which is the key to open the door to hell. And also, it's also the way that Pinhead summons, very authentic. Look at that. It has all the authentic painting painted real nice with like that gold metallic sheen with some specks and like inside of it, as you can see in the paint. Like, it looks like it almost has looks like it almost has glitter on it. Oh, so also the cube is the way he summons his other Cenobites to help him come and take the souls they're coming for. And here is the actual cube in its transformation mode, how it opens up and turns into the key like this when it's placed on the ground. When he opens the door to hell, that's what it looks like, the key open. Then he comes, of course, with his torture soul. His torture soul's tools. Here's this hook. It looks like a saw blade with some cutting stuff, and that looks like almost like a pick knife. Painted really nice with that gunmetal, and then the stains of blood of him using it on people. Then he brings this here, which this, I forgot what this is. I think this is like a miniature hacksaw. Yeah, because it got some grooves there. Yeah, a miniature hacksaw. Like to cut people's limbs off and things like that. Painted really well also with the red and the yellow. And then last but certainly not least, he brings a pick knife, an actual bladed knife with the gunmetal, gray highlights of like blood and specks on it, and the handle is nice and consistent in the thickness and length with the actual blade itself. So again, as for accessories, that is what Pinhead brings. So not a bad amount of accessories, for sure. Definitely not a bad amount. So now we'll take a quick look at Pinhead with some of the accessories on and interchangeable hands, I guess. So stay right there. Okay, and here we have Pinhead in all of his hellish glory with some weapons, and as you can see, I'll move him a little forward and move the camera towards him and show you guys what I've done. I put his alternate head on. He's holding the cube in its normal state. I hung some of his tortured weapons on the string where they belong. Changed his hand and put the gripping weapon holding hand and gave him the, what looks to be the knife cleaver of a doctor for operation. I don't even know what that's called. And yeah, that's how he looks like with his accessories on. And I think this figure, for any horror enthusiast or any horror fan in general, even if you may not like the Pinhead or Hellraiser movies, I think this figure serves its purpose tenfold. You will not be disappointed to add them to your horror collection. And for any just regular figure, action figure enthusiast that just likes good figures from different mediums and different iconic places, you'll also enjoy this very much. The price point is correct. The level of detail and attention, that quality of the figure is top notch. The level of accessories, or the amount of accessories that he comes with, it's really, really adequate and it's very well Very good as far as different display options, because you got the left, the right, you have the cube in its normal state, the cube in its state of opening, the key to open hell and call out his Cenobites. So it looks really, really good, and I think he is very deserving to be added to your collection. So what I'll do is, real quick, I'm gonna bring in some other horror iconic characters that my son got, just to give you guys a comparison, side by side, of what he looks like with other characters from NECA Ultimate Horror lines. So there you have it, folks. Here is Pinhead next to his other brothers in horror from NECA Ultimate Horror Classics. We have none other than Chucky, Robert Englund's Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger, Pennywise from Tim Curry from the TV series and mini-series rather of It from Stephen King, and the brand new Todd Harder Jason from the remake or reimagining of Friday the 13th, with that iconic crazy Jason look from the newer, more modernized style movie. And yes, these are not mine, these are my son's. He has a whole lot more. He has like 8 Jasons or 6 Jasons or something like that. He has Leatherface, he has a whole bunch of other guys. I just brought out a few. He has the It from the new movie. I just brought out a few just to show you a comparison of what they look like side by side and how well they fit together, how good they look aesthetically, and with the continuity of the quality that NECA presents with these NECA Ultimate Classic Horror icons. That's my review, folks. That's all I have for you for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked it. Shout outs to my son for trusting me with this figure, because I could have easily broken it. He could have gotten mad and tried to, knock me out or kill me, because it's hard to come by. He waited for 2 months to get, or 3, I think it was, to get his hands on it. So big shout outs to him. And yeah, I highly recommend it. You guys should go out there and get it. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you guys think. If you enjoyed it, if you're into collecting these horror icons, if you like me doing these as well, or if you would want to see me do more of these in the future. All the feedback, it goes a long way. And if you guys plan to add them to your collection, as always, thumbs up for a like and thumbs down for a dislike. And if you think someone might like this video, please do me the favor and share it with them so they can stop by and help my channel. Now, if you're new to my channel, I strongly urge you, if you like this content that I'm doing and all the other content that I provide, to subscribe, because without your subscription, this is not all possible without your support. So my channel can continue to go forward, thrive, grow, and become better with good content as best as I can in the best of my abilities. But if you're new and you did subscribe, remember, it means the world to me, because I know you don't have to, but since you did, I consider you now part of my family. And if you guys ever want to help me out in any way, shape, or form to further my channel with quality content and things like lighting, camera, better editing, whatever, etc., etc., you know what to do. It's all down in the description below, from my Patreon to my PayPal account. And remember, it's only if you want to, from the kindness of your heart. And you could always find me on social media on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at C-Rebot. Or C-Respect. Sorry. Okay, guys, until the next one. See you then. Love you very much. Keep collecting. Good luck hunting out there. Bye-bye.